What's up, y'all? It's your boy Lil L, MC, host, rapper, a little bit of everything. You know, this is the Synch Era podcast, and I got somebody here today. Woo! Somebody special guest. Oh man, this brother is in the Carolinas. He got a label called Remount Classics. Oh man, this man is a father of three, happily married, got a great sound voice and can write. It got bars. Everybody, clap it up for Myrts Son.
Appreciate that, G.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. Peace.
Yeah, man. We gonna get it in today, man. How you, man? As we already said, you say you feeling good today, man.
Doing good,
man.
bro.
You know,
Life is good.
amazing. You know, here at the Instant Girl podcast, brother. You know, we don't have interviews; we have conversations. Our goal is to drop gems to the listeners and let them, you know, them coming into the interview, listening to it, you know, but then when they leave with a gift of inspiration.
Yeah, some knowledge.
Exactly.
Something, some substance. Yeah.
Exactly, man. And, you know, over here we don't just ask the same, you know, blank questions like, oh, who your favorite? Which top five? No, we get it in over here, man. So first thing, man, you in the where you at in the Carolinas?
I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina, bro. Yeah. Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte. Yeah, man. It's I just interviewed just talked to as a rapper over there. I don't know if you ever heard of him. His name Big Sin, but he's over there, I think in Raleigh. So like, you know, probably like a few hours away from you.
Yeah,
But you know,
right up the road.
Yeah, he's telling me about, you know, from his point of view of the scene and where he's at and how the sound is down there. But man, I my first thing is, man, you got this song called Sad World. Boy, that's fire. That
Trying to balance in this sad world.
Boys and girls, while living in this sad world. Man, well, what was you thinking when you made, like, how was the process of making that song, man?
Yeah, that was I cried writing that joint, bro. Sad world. That's because I ain't name it till afterwards. But but that was one of those tracks, you know, you just had to get the feelings out. But that was around the time George Floyd had just got killed. There was a lot of stuff going on in my city. People being killed. The same old story when it comes to Black folk, bro. And at the same time, I do a lot of studying. I was studying Elijah Muhammad and how he was using the Nation of Islam, building an empire where Black folk would have money and economy, and it started running my thoughts into how Black folk been caught up in money, because that's what that second verse about on Sad World. You know, it's how we put so much emphasis on class and money that, you know, we forget about our damn self, you know, what it really means to be, I don't know, just a healthy, functioning individual without needing money to put a title on you, you know what I'm saying? Or make you feel like you're worth something or a part of something. Like, but that's how we've been. We've been like that. You know, we were enslaved because of money. If we didn't have money, we maybe feel like we ain't shit. It's good to cuss on here though, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm good to, okay,
good.
cool. You know, cool. So, but yeah, that's what Sad World came from, man. It was just that time of period. I wrote that during yeah, it was during that time. We were still quarantined. I wasn't going out much. So I'm sitting here dealing with those and seeing these feelings and these emotions that I'm getting, man. And it came out in the pen, bro. You know, still seeing these kids get killed out here. I can't understand why. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't care to understand why no more. It's just sad, bro. that was my way of getting out my frustration. In previous music, I was always giving my music from an introspective view. But like now, I'm to a place in my life where I can speak on, shit going on outside of myself. So yeah, bro, Sad World was, yeah, I was all in my thoughts on that joint, man.
Yeah, because that one right there, man, that like, because I was, I mean, I always, we follow each other on Instagram, and I see it all, the performances, and I see I peep all that, Like every time you put a flyer, I mean, not a flyer, but like when you say, open mics and gas toner, and everything like that,
Yeah.
on I peep all that, and like when I remember when you put that out, I think it was. And you correct me if I'm wrong, but was that out before your album hit, your recent album just hit, or was it
Nah, that
like
was on that album.
it was on
Yeah,
the
that was
album?
on that album.
But did the video drop before or at the same time?
Sad World video, I dropped that was after the album as
Okay.
well. Yeah, so everything dropped after the album.
Mm-hmm.
But the same reaction that you get from listening to the song, bro, is the same reaction that the people get when I be performing it. Like
Mm-hmm.
when I finish that song, everybody is like, you see them just sitting there looking like, damn,
Mm-hmm.
like this world really is sad. Like you can see it on them, and they're like, man, like he told the truth. Like, and yeah, bro, people ain't speaking about that shit, man. But Sad World, yeah, that was earlier this year. That was back in May. But the video came out afterwards to answer your question. Yeah.
Yeah, because that right there just gave me, because I had to run that, and there's been plenty of songs, we're gonna talk about certain songs, but plenty of songs I had to run back because see, I'm a person, I like to listen. See, I mean the beat, of course the beat, the beat can, hit and be fire, I know something about beats, but I'm listening to what you're saying. See, the beat don't drown out the words for me. Because you can have a fire beat, but if you don't know how to put that filler to it, I'm not gonna listen. I'm gonna cut it off. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna cut it off.
Yeah.
And when you put that filler in the words you were saying, and I like the chorus too. Peace to my boys, it the sad world. Like, cause you expressing it. And I like how you express it, because it needs to be expressed. And just like how, like, the one song, No Apologies. Well, I remember I had a conversation on the phone with you about this song, because it was, something that I was dealing with, of just always being apologetic and stunting my growth for other people to help them elevate. But then I'm over here looking just crunched up. Like,
figure out how to grow.
And it's like, like, as far as the No Apology song and like all this, because I just feel like that album and the songs you was putting, it's like a road trip to another level, to being able to discover, okay, what must I do to take away all distractions so that I can go to my higher being.
So
like,
bro, and that's what it is. That's how you tap in, and you tap in with that music, that No Apologies, bro. You're right. No Apologies, another one of them songs, man. Was another one of them songs that I just had to express myself, G. Yeah. But keep going. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was listening. I was waiting for you to respond. I was listening.
Yeah. But yeah, you got to put yourself first out here, man. You can't sacrifice yourself out here and apologize for your life. And that was my thing. Like, feeling like you got to shrink yourself, man. And like you don't have a light to shine yourself, And me, I'm a person who always, like, I want everybody to feel good. I'm an empath, so I want everybody to feel good and feel good, right? And, you forget about your damn self. And then when you remember yourself, like, now it's time to let people know, like, hey, I'm going to be doing for you, but I got to do for me first, goddammit. Like, hold on. Yeah.
Yeah. And like, like, all what you see, this is why, for me, and I feel like this is one of many of things that me and you have in common, is that we know how to relay a message in our music, to relay a message. It's like, I don't know how your process is, but for me, see, I know if I from the beginning of the song to the end of the song, I know somehow I'm gonna relay a message to a person to the point to where they can be able to listen to the context and leave with that message being in their hands. Like it's like, it's like if you packaging, you packaging some mail, you write the letter, and after you write the letter, you seal the letter. Then when you seal the letter, you take it to the post office, then you deliver it. Like how would you feel is that importance of your music relaying that message so the other person can be filled?
Yeah, that's why I do it, bro. Like that's why it take me so damn long to write songs. Like people will send me beats and I just can't write down everything that comes to my mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if when I get a beat and I figure out it comes to me, whatever I feel from the beat, whatever I'm going to talk about, I instantly, like you said, I got a message. Like I got a point that I got to get across. So every word that I formulate for this song, it has to contribute to getting my damn point across of exactly what I'm trying to say. If I can't get off everything I'm trying to say, that song probably will be one of them that y'all will never hear. Like, because I'm going to try to find something else, another beat to put it on, or I'm going to hold on to that beat until I figure out how to squeeze what I have to say into that 16 or that 32. But so like I do with my albums, bro, like my last album was the first one that I didn't have a theme all the way through. Like each one of my albums, like my first album was a storyline, of me going through depression, the battle I went through to get to it, the conversations I'm having with myself. Then at the end, it's the light, So if I had any songs on there or any, bars on there that don't contribute to the story that I'm trying to get out to you, how I overcame, that ain't gonna make the cut. It ain't gonna make the album. The second album was talking about breaking generational curses. I had songs initially on there that was dope for the album, but it wasn't getting off the message that I wanted to get off for that album. The album is I'm claiming back, my life and me and what I got going on, and I'm breaking the generational curses that's been holding us back, and so on. But that last album, my last album, I really wanted to show off my mind. So I didn't want to go as introspective with the last album. The main point I wanted to get across with this album is to be completely free. Like whatever that comes to my mind on that beat, I'm going to let it out. That's how you got Sad World. I was going through like emotional. It was like 2 weeks, like that feeling of just death all on the damn TV and all around me, and knowing the root cause of that shit is from money. Like all of that, it was like on my mind when I wrote that shit. Mask Off was one of those songs. I had been holding in my feelings and my emotions, knowing that, if I hold it in, I'm gonna explode. Like we gotta let that shit out. And that's the point I wanted to get across and Mask Off. So I sat there and pinned that shit out until I was like, okay, like I got off. But it's a very important factor, like when it comes to the type of music I make, bro, because I can't put anything into a bar, like down to the smallest word, it or is or a. Like if it don't fit, the shit ain't gonna go, because like it gotta say what I'm trying to say. Like
Yeah, I'm feeling that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll say this, when I started, writing and rapping and everything like that, it was like I feel like a lot of artists don't understand what is their main source of a message, which is, okay, for instance, like, I say for me, I'm a person to where it's like this. I talk a lot about psychology. I talk about a lot about truth. I talk about a lot about adversity. I talk about a lot of things that go on currently in my life, in the past in my life, because that is all that I know. I'm not out here making songs to make a hit. I'm not out here trying to make a turn up song.
Right.
Now, if I got a song to where I'm singing and it sound groovy or whatever, don't think that just because it sound groovy ain't no message behind it. You know what I'm saying?
I know, yeah.
But I learned that for me, when I talk about adversity, rejection, and just my main source of adversity or psychology to my building blocks of making a song, that's when that that machine in my brain starts to generate. And sometimes, you switch it up. Like I said, you had this album, you just wanted to be free. You just wanted to be free. And I feel like this is like a good message to, different artists out there that's listening, or that will be listening, subscribe to the channel, but that will be listening, because you got to understand that it's people to get to where, I would say this, to get to where, somebody needs to be, they have to practice at their formula, and practice requires experience, and requires hurt, requires, let downs. It requires a lot of these different things to get you to tap in.
Yeah.
And like, I definitely hear that with your music, especially Divine Intervention. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, bro.
Oh my goodness. The light. Come on, now. The light. Like, and what you was spitting on there. And then you had the interludes to where it's like you was talking and all that. You could feel that.
The conversation.
Yes, the conversations.
Yeah.
What was your mind at Divine Intervention, man? Because that was deep.
Man, Divine Intervention, boy. I hope you got some time with that joint. Divine Intervention was you know about psychedelics? Okay, so Divine Intervention came from a series of 3 big psychedelic trips I took.
Okay.
And those talks that you were hearing in between the songs were the talks I was having with myself while I was on the trip. I asked a question, and then my mind will run to whatever the question needed to be. So I started the album off, The Light, and then it was the interlude, and then it was Bad Mood. Cause like when you beat depression, bro, that shit is like pregnancy. It's like postpartum. Like you got a period afterwards where you gotta try to like find your confidence again. You know what I'm saying? Find your balance again. You like, damn, I done beat this shit. Now I gotta go out here and, do it. And Divine Intervention came from me wanting to find that confidence. Like, what's keeping me from going out here and giving my all on this stage, or giving my all as a human being every single time, I'm out here, regardless of whatever my all is from that day, what's keeping me from doing it. And that's when I realized on these trips that I lack confidence. And I never knew that out of all my life, bro. Like I was looking back when I was kids, and, like it went to a teenager, bro. Like when I started getting picked to be like hooping, when you go to the court and they like, damn, all right, bro, I got such and such. Like I was the little nigga who was always picked last, or who wouldn't get picked at all, right? You know what I'm saying? Until I became a teenager. But I started looking back on like just my confidence is everything I played out with basketball. I was always good, but I didn't go to the level I wanted to go because I feel like I wasn't able to shine how I wanted to, confidence wise. There's a lot more into that, not just confidence. It's like relationships, fucking music. I had music that I would write and wouldn't rap because some shit other people might say. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, like Divine Intervention was like getting free, like getting deep into myself. Like, fuck all this. Like, whatever you want out this life, like go do that shit. Go get that shit. Like these feelings that we have, they temporary. They come and they go. There's nothing that can keep you from going out here and doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? How you want to do it. And Divine Intervention was them talks I was having with myself, bro. I would wake up feeling like shitty. That's what Bad Mood was about. I wake up in a bad mood and be taking this shit out on everybody because I can't figure myself out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna take that shit out on my wife and my kids because I got some shit inside of me that I ain't figured out. Like, it ain't right. You need to get that shit together. You need to go figure out what's going on, bro. But Divine Intervention was deep, bro. Yeah, like, and that's another story. Like, once you get to the end of the album, you see, like, like I figured out what everything was. Like, I'm here now. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Divine Intervention, deep. That's one of my favorite albums, man. But that shit was inspired by psychedelics, bro. That's a whole book. I could talk about that shit all night. But
Mhm.
yeah, be
Yeah.
patient with yourself. Like I kept rushing myself to, you know, we want this shit. Like we see our vision,
Hmm.
like, and we see the bigger picture. So every time we ain't living up to that big picture, we beating our ass. Like you
Yeah.
can't do that, bro. Like you can't beat yourself up. You got to be patient with yourself. Give your time for the damn dream to work out and formulate. Keep working, my nigga. Like, you
Hmm.
know, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And like, you know, because I was I was listening like today. I had like your music on repeat today, and like I was just listening. Like
Yeah,
even
that's
like
dope.
as soon as I woke up, because I already knew I was like, man, I got to interview. I got to interview Myrts Son today. So I was like, all right, like let's put that YouTube music on, put it on, and I was
Yeah.
listening to it and all that stuff and all that stuff like that. And then especially like I said on Instagram, I see every time the clips of you performing and all that, like going
Mm-hmm.
crazy or the passion to your performance and everything like that. And like I think the song yeah, Mama Did It. Was it Mama Did It or Mama Do It?
Mama did it.
Mama Did It.
Mama did it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That song right there, it's like you read my mind of how I was thinking, like of like I said, generational curses and all that stuff like that. And like I remember the one line that you was like, like, yeah, your mom did, what she could, her best that she could, on y'all
Mm-hmm.
situation. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you talked about like one of the things, like if I like as far as like, with your kids, not beating the kids or forever. Because I remember
Mm-hmm.
we had a talk on the phone, and I remember like you was
Yeah.
like you'll let your kids like like express themselves like like
Mm-hmm.
if they might be looking at TV and they might be like what, like you let them express themselves. People be like, man, tell them kids to calm down a little bit. Like, no, man, let them express themselves.
Yeah.
And like I see that you
Damn B.
that with that song, and you talk about it too, of course, but that song right there, you read my mind on the fact of like I don't have to do particularly I would say not just the flaws or whatever exactly to the blueprint of my previous generation, but I can take those generation Curtis
Mm-hmm.
and and transfer those into you know something that could be to success to another level to where you are upgrading and you're providing more for the legacy for the generation after you and your family. you know so I mean, you correct me if I'm wrong, but what you think,
Right. Mm-hmm.
what would be your view
Nah,
on that?
bro. You hitting that shit on the head, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the same thing, bro. Like Mama did it, like, and that was towards the middle of the album where it was this thing on there, man. Like on the album, it's that insert where, and it goes back to what we were just talking about too. Me lack of confidence.
Mm-hmm.
I think because my mom was so strict on me, at times, and can't speak up here, can't say this, can't do that. Like I think that's part of the reason I was lacking confidence. That's how that album ran together like that. Them like 4 or 5 tracks right there. Like, there's things that, and now let's say it wasn't a bad thing, because like I say on the song, my mom was raised in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
Like, well, white America put restrictions on your freedom. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can be out talking in public, out loud and, being loud and shit. And especially with the white people around, and, they already looking at it sideways because it's during the civil rights era. So those same restrictions and shit that she had on herself, she put them on us.
Mm-hmm.
Can't speak up, can't say this, can't say that. Like, and I treat my kids the same way, bro. My kids be loud as fuck, like you was just saying. Like, I'm gonna tell them to shit's quiet for what? Like, they kids. They ain't supposed to be damn quiet. If my kids walking around here quiet, being quiet, something wrong. Like, I need to see what the hell is up. They ain't no mute. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they supposed to be able to express themselves, bro. And I don't want to put them kind of restrictions on them, especially if they don't need to be. When I'm keeping them quiet for. You know what I'm saying? It might be certain things that I say. Like my kids ask me why. My mom, if I ask her why anything, it'll be because I said so. Or she gonna smack me in the mouth or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when my kids ask me why, I give them a logical fucking answer. Like to whatever it is that they're asking. Like, you know, like what I'm gonna deny that for you. Like you asking a real question. You really want to know. I'm gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? And another part of the album, we'll be talking about breaking generational curses. Like it was my grandma on there when I was like, she had always told me, like, don't never move in with a woman if your name ain't on the paperwork. My grandma had always told me that shit, bro. And when me and my wife first got married, I was moving into her crib at first. But I was always uncomfortable.
Right.
Like uncomfortable as hell. Like she never made me feel uncomfortable. I married her son too. He's, you know, he her oldest son. You know, he never made me feel uncomfortable. I had my own space. I had my studio in the garage. Like I had everything I needed, but I still felt like I fucking didn't belong. And like for the first like year of my marriage, I'm trying to like figure out why. And when I had that thought is because of that fucking line my grandma told me when I was like 12. Don't never move in with a woman if your name ain't on shit. And I was like, damn. I was like, what if I would have really took that advice? Like I was homeless before I moved in with my wife, bro. Like I would have still been homeless. I would have still been riding around with my 2 babies in the backseat, trying to figure out where I'm gonna stay tonight before I drop them off with their mamas. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would have never experienced what true love is. You know, I would have missed out on all these things if I would have took that one simple damn advice. But I did have to get the hell out that house, though. I did get my own shit, like, or some stuff for us to have together, you know. But I knew where it was coming from, and I knew how I realized we can't stay stuck on the shit that our parents and our grandparents put into us because we ain't gonna evolve. We gonna keep dying. The eating habits, like I don't eat meat. Like I eat seafood, but I don't eat the beef, the pork, or the chicken and shit. My people were obese. They had high blood pressure. They had lupus. They had damn heart failure. Like they died from these things. They struggle with these things. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna go do this and set my kids up for the failure.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta change shit. Like you gotta do shit differently. Like it say on there, do things differently, bro. But I'm with that shit, bro. You gotta do it better for the next generation, bro. Like I'm grateful for every single ass whooping that I got. Like I said on that song, every ass whooping that I got made me the stand-up guy that I am today. Like how I treat people. I ain't out here robbing niggas. I ain't out here killing niggas. I ain't disrespecting nobody. Like I'm out here spreading love and peace. And that's because how hard and strict my mama was on me. Even though she did those things, she restricted me in a lot of ways. And now I'm sitting here at 30 years old trying to figure out how to reprogram shit. Like from that she taught me that I don't need that, you know, let's go hinder, man. And but yeah, bro, like I'm with that shit. I agree with you wholeheartedly with that. Like we got to do it better for the next generation, G.
So I take those gems. See, I'm listening. You know, I'm taking those gems. See, I'm a big person on, you know, taking somebody dropping. I'll say true gems instead of dropping misinformation. Dropping true gems.
I don't speak on shit I don't know about.
Thank you. You know, so many people that do that, they just get on my nerves. I'm like, man, you don't know. All I know is exactly you right. It's all you know is. When I go look it up and you completely wrong and got me in the wrong direction, I gotta stir myself back in the right direction.
Right.
Yeah, man. Shoot. For real. But man, no, I wanted to ask you too, as far as how did you start Remount Classics, man? That's a nice name for a label, man. How you start that?
Yeah, bro, that's the street that I lived on.
I
Me and
remember.
my
I forgot
homie
you
best
told me.
friend, yeah, OG Bay Harris.
Hmm.
That's my homie. Me, him,
Shout
and his
out to
wife.
him.
We, yeah, shout out OG and Ioska 7. Yeah, we put this shit together, bruh. But it started like we a little family now. We got a poet, got a rock star. Like we move together. Like when I be out here doing these shows, it be us. But I was raised on Remount in Charlotte, and when I first got into music, I finally got my own shit at the house. Got my own microphone and went and purchased my own stuff. I would have my homies over, bro. Like it'd be my homeboy OG. I met him. I had homies I went to school with, bro. It'd be like 12 niggas in my little ass
Hmm.
bedroom, you know, you
Hmm.
know, all
Hmm.
in there going ham on the mic. Or some days it might just be 3 or 4 of us, but we'd be in there working on a song. And but my mom, bro, that's why I named myself Myrts Son, because my mom, she was just so dope. She was so giving. Like anybody that came over my house, she treated them like they were her kids, bro. That's why like our logo is a little house, because
Hmm.
it was like home. Like people knew when they come over there, I'm gonna treat them with love. My mama go feed them. They gonna get some music done. We gonna have a good ass time. Um, but as we grew in our careers, um, it was me and my homie just rapping at first. OG Bay Harris.
Hmm.
Shout out, big bro, man.
Shout out.
We was just doing it. Yeah, yeah. Just doing shows and learning about the management, the business side of shit. Then life happened. This was back in 2012, 2013. I had a daughter, knee surgery. My mom was sick. He had to go handle his shit at home. Um, and we kind of dispersed.
Hmm.
I was still making music, but me and him were a group. Me and him were a duo at the time. We were Ninth Sign. Y'all look up Ninth Sign shit. Y'all would be like, God damn.
Yeah, link in
But
description. I had that in description. We had
yeah.
all these in description.
But yeah, bro. So we had took some time off. I would make songs every now and then, drop them on SoundCloud. And I came back and I'm on depression, like 2015, 16, 17, and 17 and 18 when I started writing. This was my first album. Thanks for asking.
Hmm.
These songs were being written during this time. And like every week I was going up to my homie's house and I was like, I kept telling him, like, bro, I said, I'm getting back on the music shit. Like, I'm about to do it. Like, bro, I'm finna damn, like, get back on my music and I'm finna go ahead and kill this shit. And he had stopped rapping a while ago. He had took about 5 years off. So he was sitting up there, he was just like, okay, bro. I ain't want to ask him, if he gonna do it too. Cause I never want to pressure nobody to do anything. You know what I'm saying? If I'm doing some shit and you happen to come along for the ride, then we riding together. But I ain't go talk or pressure nobody to do anything. And then I still had not sour feelings, but you learn from mistakes. Like he had hit me up when we were a group and he had, start rapping. And I was kind of like fucking broke because we were a group. Like when I'm
Right.
picking out beats and shit, I'm picking out beats for the both of us. I'm not just damn. So I had to find my own identity again and shit. So I
Hmm.
knew this time around it was just gonna be me. So if he did come along, fucking fantastic. I was hoping he did, and
Hmm.
he did. So when I finished my first album, I was like, bro, I'm finna drop this shit on my mama's birthday. I was like, and bro, this goes back to confidence and all this shit we've been talking about now. Like, I never completed anything in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
I hadn't. This album, I never, I dropped out. I stopped hooping. I used to be an artist, nigga. I had stopped drawing. Like, this music shit, I had put that down, even though I came back to it by the grace of the universe.
Hmm.
But this time around, I told him, I was like, bro, like, once I drop this album, that's it. Like, I ain't turning around, I ain't turning back. Like this is what the fuck it is. I like it's Remount classes to the end, my nigga. And he was like, all right. So he said he told me this looking in retrospect, he was like, he had told myself, like, if he dropped this album, like I'm gonna come back. and I'm gonna do this shit with him. And he did, bro. When I dropped that first album, this nigga came to the my studio, and he was like, he had like 12 tracks already written and done, bro. Like he was sitting over there waiting, like sitting over there waiting this shit pop off, you know. So, but me and him had that last discussion there, man. We was like, bro, like, I like you in this shit, and he was like, yeah, and we was like, what? No turning back. And then his wife got more involved, and we went on ahead, finalized shit, and bro, we been fucking killing shows and everything I do from my aspect. No, he was my mama, like my mama loved him too, bro. So we like a big ass home traveling together, bro. Like it shit feel just like it did back in the day. Like that's why I changed my name to Myrts Son. Cause you know what I'm saying? I lost my mama. I was like, if I'm gonna do this shit, like I'm doing it for the right reasons. Like my mama gave me everything, my nigga. Like, and I'm about to give it back to her. She ain't here to receive it physically, but everybody finna know goddamn who Myrt is, who Myrtle Robinson is, and everybody finna know damn how Remount was and how we are. Like it's all family, it's all home over here, and that's how we move. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it came from, bro. That's the damn. So I dropped that first album. Thanks for asking. Was when we really picked it up consistently this time, 2019. Yeah, I dropped my first album February 10th, 2019, and man, I got 4 or 5 of them now. And yeah, bro, and these shows crazy, but Remount classes, bro. That's the crib, man. That's what home base is, bro.
Yeah, I love it. About these performances, man. You know what? It's so crazy because the thing about it is, we was in quarantine, and I remember, like, you know, of course, that was a time where, you know, of course, everybody in the house, everybody quarantined, and so it was like, you know, people hit somebody up or see somebody's stuff on Instagram. Oh yeah, you know, oh that's hard, nice, follow. Just like I would say, it was just big at one time, an Instagram like renaissance of when you was meeting. Like I've met a lot of artists through the quarantine. I'm not gonna lie, I met a lot. I mean, I met you through the quarantine. I met a lot of other people, you know, through the quarantine, you know, across the globe. And to see now that, you know, everything is, was opening up, people could perform and everything like that, you know, and especially if you didn't have prior performances. Man, I've been seeing you on IG almost every week, boy. Just show, performance, and that's amazing to see. That's amazing. It's like how has it been, you know, since after quarantine, for you to, you know, get out there and show your work?
Bro, this shit been amazing. This year, bro, we performed literally all year long. And that's not fucking exaggeration, bro. Like paid gigs and just everything. Like gigs that we choose to do, gigs that we throw. Like we've been performing all year. It's like shit that we manifested. You know, that's what we want. You know, and all year, bro. And I had them times, and you're gonna have these times too. You probably you young in your career, but you got an old soul. So I know you're gonna end up having these kind of conversations and these talks with yourself. But you're one of the most consistent people I've seen, like with this, how you move with your creations. Yeah, bro, you're constantly fucking creating, and the way things are shifting now with the media and with artists, like you said, when you told me you're talking about the art renaissance, everything is shifting. I'm finna dive into all of that shit, what's been this year's been like.
Okay.
So I love performing this year, but I had those talks with myself because we were performing so fucking much, bro. Like every time I turn around, I was like, damn, I gotta make another set. Like that's how I got at one point where the shit was starting to feel like work. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I had them talks with myself, bro. I was like, fuck, like, is this what I really want? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because this shit was tiring. And I was like, yeah, it's what I want. But I got to figure out how I want to do it. Like, I had to change my perception of this shit. Like, you know, Erykah Badu, bruh.
Oh, yeah.
She said, I perform one time. Yeah, I perform one time a week. And you know, get paid fucking however many G's stacks for it and go home for it. That's how I want to be, bro. Once or twice a week, and I'm at the fucking house with my family. Like 3, 4, 5 shows a week. I ain't trying to have that shit, you know. Like I don't want. I got too much other shit that I'm doing. So all this performing this year helped me figure out how I want my life lined up as well. I've been blessed for every opportunity that we got, and now as my confidence keeps growing, what we were talking about earlier, as that shit keeps growing, I'm looking forward to performing now. Like this shit it's been picking up and it's getting different ideas. Like this last show we just did, we had fucking artists in the background while we were performing. They were sitting back there with canvases, just painting, you know, to our words, what we putting off and seeing what they come up with. But I've been meeting artists throughout the year. I became part of this group that we got in Charlotte called Tough Ass Crew.
Okay.
They would hold, yeah, they dope, bro. They became part of them. They throw events like art showcases, and they would want Remount to do the live music for the event. So, and I was like, damn. So we sitting there chopping it up with the artists, and I'm learning about how they out here getting paid with their music and selling pieces for like fucking $6,000 pieces. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like really moving and really out here. And this is all they do. They ain't working on 9 to 5. They out here just fucking painting on a regular, like finding different murals and projects to do around the city. And all this shit was so inspiring and, you know, uplifting for me, just being around the creativity, bro. And the shit fueled how often we were performing as well. Like it fueled how I want to perform when I want to perform. Like I want to get down and throw it. I want to do this shit how I want to. Like have fun with it. But bro, this year after quarantine, it's like people couldn't wait. You know, they were looking for places to book. They were looking for artists to book. And we just happened to be there ready and available. We had a constant gig going on. We were throwing ourselves and that shit was fun. Bro, I had all kinds of feelings this year from all the damn performing we was doing. But every time I did have them doubts, like once it helped me shape what I want with my music career, bro. Like if I do pop, get big, I figure out it as I get there. But with me laying the bricks on my own, knowing what I want, you know, I ain't about to be goddamn away from the family for fucking all week, every week. I here doing shows. Like I'm gonna pop out when I need to. It's manifest. That was on Interstate Soul album. That When It Feels Right. Manifesting, you know, what you want out of this life. Like this is your life. Do that shit how you want to. It ain't gotta be how every other rapper out here doing it. You ain't gotta do how they do shit. Rappers like to live on the road and live on tour. That's cool. I got a fucking family, and you know, I got businesses that I run. You know, the music I love it, but it's just a tool. But performing all this fucking year has been lovely, and I had to get over fears of COVID and shit too, cause like I ain't vaccinated. I don't care about any of that shit, bro. I eat my veggies, I stay out the way, and I get my sunlight, and I work out. That's how I avoid COVID. So when I'm going out here in these streets, you know, I had that shit in the back of my mind, like, damn, should I be out here doing all these shows around all these people? But focus on your goal, focus on your dream, shit aligns for you. And the year ain't out yet, bro. We got some more shit lined up. But yeah, man, this year performing has been a beast. That's the short version of everything I wanted to say, bro. But like,
oh yeah.
I could talk.
Oh yeah, me too. You know, me and you, come on, me and you go hours upon hours. You know, but I want to talk about, like, I want to kind of revision what you just said. I'm not gonna lie, man. This year it was like kind of like that as far as like going and performing too, and like I'm gonna tell you what is so, like, I would say this. When performing, I'm on my own from my end. When performing, I seen I've learned a lot. Of course, I learned a lot of things, but it was this one clear thing: the energy of the environment, setting the tone. It's kind of like, I feel like this when I perform and my brother perform. Shout out to Station T, album coming out pretty soon. I gotta plug that in there.
Yeah,
But but I feel like one of my gifts when performing is understanding how to cleanse that bad energy and put that good energy into it, to the point to where it's like, when people start off, they just like, some people when they perform, they just, oh, turn up, 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 turn up. But they don't know how to bring the energy in. And when I perform, see, I'm one of those, if the energy ain't there, bruh, energy ain't there, I'm a you know what I'm saying? I'm I learned how to feel the audience and how to move in freedom, to the point to where everybody that's in the atmosphere is leaving with great positivity and leaving energized and fulfilled. And I'm like, I had my first time ever actually planning a show this year with somebody. My first time like get to points where had certain people call me, whether like, okay, if hey, we need to do a show, L, can you do a show, can you, like, like really like booking and but it wasn't like it was forced, like, oh, well, hey, can I perform, no, they wanted me to perform, and
they wanted you there.
they wanted me there. It wasn't like, it's just like, oh, they were obligated, or they had to, or if I was begging, they wanted me there, because your gifts will make room for you. And a lot of people don't understand that. See, people be rushing and don't understand how to not plan, but they don't know how to manifest it. They don't know how to go about it. And it's like this. Another thing I learned too is, be careful what you ask for or wish for, because you might just get it. And when you get it, you get it. That's different. When you get it, that's another thing. And it's like, oh, well, hey, you didn't ask for this, but now what you gonna do? Now what you gonna do with it? And as far as the confidence, I'll tell you this. I was one of them kids to where I was, like when all right, it's like a background. It's the first time I actually gonna talk about this, but as far as on my dad's side of the family, it's a big like church background, to the point to where it's like, hey, if you in the choir, if you play them drums, you gonna get in their choir and you gonna sing whether you nervous or not. So they gonna push you, to do it. So I never had a problem getting up to perform or to be able to, do a task. But as far as the nervousness, I took the nervousness as a good, like, before the stage, because it helped me get into it. So when I go on stage, it's like boom. But if I was to already have the confidence before the stage, then it's like starting off the set wouldn't really go well. So it's like, I feel like a lot of people, before getting on stage, that little bit of nervousness, if you cross that hurdle right when you start to rapping, singing, or whatever like that, dancing, then that's when you got your breakthrough, and to excel and to keep going up your path.
Yeah, that's real talk, bro. On everything you just said, especially the part about the damn, knowing how to the energy in the room. That joint right there, read it. Pretty much just reading the energy in the room. First, well, man, you said so much, bro. I should have put my pen where I can tap in. I usually write. I usually do that, but with practice eliminated my like so much jitters, because I get nervous before every performance. It's just because I don't. It's fun. I don't know. It's just an adrenaline rush. I guess it's just exciting. But practice, like the type of sets that I put together, like I I choose the environment. And when I kind of, it's hard to explain, bro, because we would take it. It's 3 different kind of sets we were taking this year. The type of shit that we plan when we're curating the vibe and the energy in the room. You got them shits where people were paying us to come perform at their gigs. And then you got the shit that like the art showcase that I was just telling you about, where I know motherfuckers ain't coming to see Myrts Son. They coming to see the art that's on the wall. So all the attention ain't on me. You know what I'm saying? So
background.
Those type of, yeah, kind of like background noise. But in those environments, the type of music that I make, you know, like you said, is dropping them truth, is dropping them gems, and I got soul food. So regardless, bro, if it's 50 people in the room, I'm gonna get at least 3 or 4 in those type of environments, and I'm perfectly fine with that because that's my goal every time I step on the fucking stage is to touch somebody. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I got to go out there and give my all to make sure I do that. So regardless of all them people who's in there having drinks, talking to each other, looking at the art on the wall, and I seen those people, I make eye contact with them, and I be like, okay, got you. You know, doing my thing. I see somebody in the back, they tuned in, and I be like, all right, got you. Then they become the people that I'm really fucking performing for. You know, I'm looking at them because usually I had those situations before, like the other game, the paid gigs, where it might be at a bar or something, and ain't nobody in there paying me at all. So I gotta block that shit out my head because I know people that'll get frustrated that ain't nobody looking at them or ain't no energy being directed towards them. You know, I put that shit, and then it turns to practice to me. You know what I'm saying? I take my feelings out of it. I don't really care if y'all looking or not. Like, I'm finna get this work. At the end of the day, I'm getting paid anyway. But
exactly.
But I'm about to get this work. Like, this is practice. Like, I'm finna practice. But them environments where we curate the vibe, where we got the show, and I'm gonna be performing for damn near 45 minutes to an hour. Like, it's an energy exchange. Yeah. Because I'm up there on the stage and you seeing my performances on my show. Like, I go the fuck in and they giving me the same love. They feeding me because those people are there to see Myrts Son. This set that I've created it for y'all. This set is how I was feeling this week. I was in my feelings this week. So y'all finna get a lot of my sad shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the songs that are in my feelings, and after that night, if you're this person, you're cool with that. And you receive that energy, regardless of how you were feeling or not. You receive the energy and you got something from the performance. And that'd be the dope shit. Like, it switched up so much this year, man. But last show I just did on the showcase joint, we met so many people that was actually there to see Myrts Son. Like, and the shit was cool. And I felt that energy, you know, when I perform, not just Myrts Son, my homie Knox Liz, you'll see him on my page. It's the first time I had a hype man. Like, it's my brother, man. Like, and he really amplified my damn performance. But we really had people there to see us, like Saturday, and like everybody in there was showing love, and we felt that shit. It was comfortable. It wasn't no jitters beforehand. Like, the whole exchange was just love, and that shit was fun, bro. Like, but I had those performances where I go and it be kind of like dead in the room, and I'm like, guess I'll get this practice in. Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta change my mindset. Like, but yeah, bro. But confidence, I started practicing a lot more. But like, I practice all the time now because what you just said, that's what you touched on, and I forgot. You ask for something and you shall receive. We ask and pray for and manifested shows on a consistent basis. And we literally been performing all fucking year. So now that we was getting all these shows, that's when I was sitting there like, damn, I really asked for all this shit. Like, fuck, this is the 3rd show this week. Like, damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's cool. Like, that shit, I realized I got to do that to get to where I want to be. So I can get to a point to where I'm doing one show a week for fucking 7 or 8 bands and going home to my kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get there one day, so I'll knock out all these different type of shows and these different type of crowds until I get where I want to be. But I don't show up places, bro, unless I fucking know the environment. Like, I get people all the time like, hey man, you'll come to the open mic or you'll come to our show. And I used to do them in the past. You know, when I first got back out here in 2019 with the album and shit, or before then. But I learned by doing that, I don't do every crowd. Like, I can't go out here and be rapping with anybody, like with any type of crowd. Like, I don't like sitting. I learned my environment as well. Like, these open mics, I hate sitting around waiting for me to go on. Like, I go up there and have a bad performance because I be fucking aggravated and anxious and damn, you know, wait. Like, I like to know what the fuck is going on. Like, to show up and be like, I go on at 7:30. I got an hour and my nigga go on after me. So I'm going home at 10 tonight. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I know. But yeah, bro, I have got to that point where I don't need to be out here performing so constant. Like, I don't need to do that shit. I practice right here at my crib. And if I see something out there that I want to go get, or I see something that we can actually benefit from the label, I'm gonna go out there and show my head. But yeah, bro, I know that's a long answer.
No,
but yeah,
listen, I'm right here. I ain't went nowhere. I ain't went nowhere. Cool. I'm right here. Look, we be having episodes to be hour, 2 hours long, man. We don't play no game. We ain't in no time limit. The interview gonna go how it go, and you know, and I'm enjoying it, and like, you know, and you know, I really like how, you know, how much, you know, you grind and especially from, like I said, from when seeing so far this year and after, you know, after following you on Instagram and connected with you and all that stuff like that, and just seeing, you know, your work ethic and that Interstate Soul album. And then that, you know what, I like what you did. You did a remix version of that album afterwards. Listen, that's going back to like the 90s. I ain't even heard nothing like that or seen nothing like that from nobody in a long time. Remix version?
That's Sean Reckless, bro. Yeah, that's Sean Reckless. That's the producer.
Shout out to Sean Reckless. Yeah. Shout out to Sean Reckless.
Yeah, bro. Whew. That was him. And this is the first time I've ever worked with anybody, bro. Because I'm used to doing shit by myself, like picking out my beats. I record everything by myself right here, and then it's my little studio, bro. I ain't never show you my setup. My shit right there.
Okay. Yeah, got the acoustic. Yeah.
And my little table.
I see it.
But yeah, bro. But yeah, I ain't never worked with anybody, bro. So we had to learn each other. And he was a producer that I really fucked with. So we would talk all the time. And I'm an original guy, bro. Like, if the first one is fucking hard, if the song is dope, it's a classic, we don't need to touch it again. Like, I'm the kind, they go to movies, they go to damn songs or whatever. Like, leave the damn original alone. There shouldn't have been any more Fridays after the first. They cool, they decent, they funny. But after the first one, y'all should have left fucking Friday alone. Like, that's a classic movie. Damn. Certainly, there's a bunch of them, but it's just leave them alone. But so when he came with the remixes, I was like, they're okay, bro. I was like, he's like, you don't fuck with them? And I was like, nah. And this was after we had dropped them. I fuck with them, but I just love the Interstate Soul album so much. And I'm like, bro, we don't need no remixes. But I had my way of promoting the album. My way of promoting the album was shooting videos. That's when you seen Sad World and damn Mask Off and these videos, Day Trip. You know, these videos, Freeform, all them shit. But like, that's how I promote albums and I push the videos. I'm splitting the album with another producer. I can't expect him to do shit how I do things. He loves remixes. So we did the remix out, and I started listening to it one day, bro. I was out here just listening in the car, and I was like, let me put this shit on, try to listen to it, and it was fucking fire. I get why he did it, like flip the perspective, like he changed the whole vibe of the album, like some classical hip hop type shit, and it was just dope, and it was beautiful. I was already a fan of Love Is remix, When It Feels Right remix, Freeform, and certain ones I was fans of. I was just like, okay, like, bro, that shit go. Like, but yeah, man, we came with the remixes, bro. I was like, okay, like, it was new to me. And I said the same thing. I was like, damn, bro, I don't hear the remixes like the 90s, bro.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, but man, he killed it, bro. He's a fucking, he about like you, bro. Like, you would think this nigga don't sleep. Like, he's constantly making. Like, for Interstate Soul, like, he had said, bro, our first thing, like, we go do like an EP together. And he was like, all right, this nigga sent me like 20, 30 beats. And I'm sitting here going through them, and I'm like, damn. I was like, bro, it's gonna be a lot longer than the EP. I said, a lot of songs on here, a lot of beats that you got. And I like them because, bro, like, ain't no pressure. Like, with the remix, shout out Sean Records, bro. Like, I told you, I'm a slow writer, bro, because I live. Whatever I'm going through, like, I might write it down. I might have a half a verse, but I may not be feeling like that again for another 2 months. Like, you know what I'm saying? So 2 months from now, when I'm feeling like that again, I'll come back to that song and get out what I can until it's finished, unless I just feel inspired. But Sean, bro, like, nigga was rocking with me. Like, he be like, bro, do your thing. I'll send him a track. And I'll send like 2 more, then like 4 months might go by. And then like Interstate Soul probably took close to damn almost a year and a half, bro, to make, because I was doing shit and coming back to it, living it out, bro. But Sean Reckless and the remixes, man, he a beast, man. That's my dude.
Amazing. Yeah. Amazing, man. Cause I was hearing the beats and hearing, all just the production of that. And then when the remix, I was like, what?
Yeah.
I ain't heard the remix of since the latest thing.
Yeah.
I was rocking with it, And I just want to say, man, and I'm gonna have to get you on here again for season 3. I'm gonna have to get you on there again. I feel like you'll be a nice returning guest, man. And also, and like, as far as your podcast, because we believe in collaborations. We don't show no hate here in Synch here. How would you describe what you do on your podcast? What you talk about your podcast?
Yeah, I talk about everything that the music talk about, bro. Spirituality, self-awareness, just the daily, like I say on my intro, just the daily struggles that we go through as humans that people don't talk about. Like, I ain't the kind of dude to just talk about the final product. Like, I like to talk about the whole journey, like everything that I'm going through. If I'm having a fucked up week and I got some shit on my mind that I'm trying to figure out, I come out here and I sit and talk to myself until I figure it out. And I'll come to the conclusion right there sometimes while I'm doing the podcast, like, damn, oh, that's what it was. But my podcast is just glorifying the shit, not glorifying it, but putting into the front all the shit that we don't talk about, that we should talk about as a people, healing, trauma, I'm finna make another episode now because it's that time of year where a lot of people have lost loved ones.
Yeah.
And, it's sad at this time of year, and my shit changes each year. Some year I'm sad, some years I'm happy. This year I'm feeling kind of blah, kind of whatever. And, I'm gonna get on there and talk about it. But my podcast, bro, that's it. And when I just had this first event with Talks with Myrts last week. The Vincent Van Gogh art exhibit that we got here in Charlotte. It's a bunch of artists who just sitting back there painting and collaborating on pieces together. And you're an artist. Everything that we go through, we put it through art. That's how we get it out. That's how we make understanding of things. And I went down there and I was interviewing them on, how you use your art to get through this shit, pretty much. you know, the depression, the anxiety, the day-to-day struggles and shit. Like, how do you use your art to get through it? And speaking on mine. And but that's what the podcast is about, man. It's a dope. I'm trying to get a schedule where I'm dropping them on a consistent basis, but now I just drop them when I'm fucking really just going through shit. But it's people out here who be hitting me up asking like, bro, can you do an episode talking about this? And it be shit down an experience I done went through. Like I went through a whole depression and I came out with ass loads of gems. So I don't mind sharing those gems with people who may be in need or people who looking for them things. Like it's a sin not to. I look at it, you know. But I ain't about to get on there speaking about shit that I don't know about or I don't talk about. Or you know what I'm saying? Like you said, misinformation. If I don't know about it, you ain't gonna hear me speak on this shit. I'll sit and listen to you talk about it. If it interests me enough, I'll go look it up and see what you saying was true. But I'm not finna go host no damn talk on it. Like because I don't know about it, bro. But yeah, man, that's what my podcast about, bro. But I believe in collaborations too. So yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We can definitely do something, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, and that's why I was like, you know, plug that talks with Myrts, man, talks with Myrts.
Talks with Myrts.
Hey, we're gonna put that in the description. Make sure y'all. Oh, what's the platforms it's on? What's the platforms it's on?
It's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, on YouTube, anywhere you listen to podcasts, you'll find Talks with Myrts on there.
Y'all better hop. Y'all better catch on. Y'all better tap in. In sync area. Y'all better tap in. Y'all, if y'all listen to this, that's gonna be it's gonna be in the description of this video. Y'all check that out. He dropping gems, y'all. He's speaking facts. He ain't playing around. Hey, we're gonna have that. You're gonna have the Interstate Soul album and the remix album in there. We're gonna have all the links in the description. All the links gonna be in the description, and it's gonna be a highlight. You're gonna see Myrts Son, all through the description.
No, I'm gonna just send you my my link tree. That's on my page. If you go on my bio, click my bio on Instagram. All that shit is in there. Everything you saying is a link for it.
Well, the link tree gonna be in the description of this video. Y'all can check it out. Y'all one click, y'all see everything. Get that man some clicks on the link tree and give that man some views. Give him, show him some love. Show us some love, y'all. Show us some love. And man, I appreciate you. As I said, I'm gonna have to get you on here at season 3, man. But I appreciate your time.
Yeah.
Appreciate the effort, and as you know, I appreciate, and I'm expecting great things in your journey and things you do. I'm gonna keep tapping into what you releasing and everything like that. And
wow.
I appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you for having me, bro. I'm glad we got to do this.
Definitely.
Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to y'all Myrts Son platform. Y'all check me out. MYRTSSON.
All right. In sync era, and we out.
Yeah.